Hey, Happy New Year. It's 2023, guys. It's the middle of January, and it's about 42 degrees out today. It's not that bad for a January day here in Michigan. I will take it. I will take it all day long. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to today's vlog. Today's vlog is a very special day for me because I get to go somewhere that means a great deal to me. It is January of 2023, and about 18 months from now, the summer of 2024 will mark 20 years from probably the best summer of my life. Met a lot of my closest friends. One of my best friends in the whole wide world from England, met him almost 20 years ago. Today, we're going to take a little walk around that place where we met, folks. We're going to go hang out at the Fowler Center here in Mayville, Michigan. So, if you're from that era, 2004, 2005, of Camp Fowler here in Michigan, stay tuned. Watch the vlog. It's going to be pretty cool. Let's get to camp. Well, we are parked. There's the lodge. Out here at the Fowler Center, gonna do a little walk around today, see how she looks almost 20 years after that very special summer. And remember, visitors must sign in at the office, no pets and no smoking. You know, I heard they're looking for summer staff. Just throwing that out there. Oh, look. Oh, the memories. We'll be walking around all of this here as our afternoon continues. You'll probably hear some tractors in the background. We got some maintenance going on. Anyway, we're gonna walk up, duck in the lodge for a couple minutes quick, and then we're gonna walk, take a look at, or I should say walk by some of the cabins. We're gonna walk down to the lake. We're gonna go to Outpost. We are just gonna have a very, very cool little wander around the Fowler Center. Who remembers this area? Having some cool campfires, having some s'mores. Oh man. The fun times, the laughter, the experiences with the campers, and also the experiences with your fellow counselors. The stories, the laughs, the good times we had. Priceless. It is the middle of January, and it is almost 40 degrees outside. I do have a hoodie and a light coat on, but that's all you really need. There's not a snowflake anywhere to be seen, and it's absolutely gorgeous. A light breeze. You can definitely be outdoors for long periods of time without freezing to death. All right, let's duck in here for a minute, shall we? All right, well, let's go in the lodge here, shall we? It looks a little different than back in 2004, doesn't it? Look at these great pictures on the wall. Now, mind you, it's January, so it's not going to be that green and lush and beautiful, but we are indeed here at the Fowler Center. Now let's take a walk back in here. Very fond memories of all the wonderful camp meals that were provided here. Thank you for coming and camping with us. That's very cool. The notorious kitchen, where sometimes late night snacks would be prepared by amazing counselors. Yes, I'm talking to every one of you guys watching this. This is so cool being back in here. The fireplace. Some changes have definitely been made over the years. I know this decking out here was redone a while back. Beautiful outdoor deck here now. And what a beautiful view that is. All right, I think we should walk out there and explore that beautiful view. But anyway, we are back here in the lodge at the Fowler Center, where back in 2004 had the most magical and awesome summer ever. Still have some pianos, the bathrooms, the office area has been all redone, and let's go on out. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's cool. A lot of campers put their names on some of the bricks. How cool. Now that's cool. Remember back behind the office? A lot of the office staff used to park back here. And now we're gonna go down. Let's walk around these cabins quick. Go down to the lake. So anyway, next year does mark 20 years since a beautiful, awesome summertime worked out here at the Fowler Center. Met some amazing people. I was also very fortunate to meet one of my best friends in the entire world, who is from Liverpool. Yes, that's you, Mark. If you're playing the home game here, that's you, buddy. There's cabin 1. And cabin 2 right here. Now, not only has Mark been one of my best friends for almost 20 years now, Mark is also, I should say, sorry for the wind here, folks. You're probably hearing that whistle or that howl in the video. Mark is also my youngest son, Holden. He is also one of Holden's godparents. Yes, he is, which is very, very cool. Mark has been like that brother figure since 2004. He's been over here countless times to visit. And one of these days, hopefully in the real near future, I'm going to go over and visit him. So it's going to be good when that does happen. So anyway, there's cabin 2. We're going to walk by cabin 3. Now, from what I was told, I do not believe any of the cabins are unlocked. But something tells me I should try cabin 4 just to see. I'm sure it will be locked, but that's okay. Again, beautiful day out here at Fowler. As you can see, a lot of things have not changed. But I was told some of the things that have changed, you kind of can't notice. Like all new heating systems and all new like hot water heaters and just that kind of stuff. Camp has definitely made a lot of changes in the right direction over the years. There's cabin 3. Ah, the people, the good memories. And here we go, cabin 4. Now cabin 4 is a very special cabin to me because Mark and I shared a room in this little cabin, and Mark and I did some very amazing things with some of our campers in this cabin. And Mark and I also did a lot of dumb things together in this cabin and outside of the cabin. I'm sure it's locked, but I just have to try. Oh, it's not. Boys and girls, cabin 4. This is kind of the hangout area. Like in the evening time, we could all hang out in here with the campers, talk, read, have some laughs. And this right here was a room shared by Mark and myself. And although the bed used to be along this wall, I think this might be the same bunk bed that Mark and I shared, which is amazing. So Mark, here's our old bedroom, buddy. Here's to you, my old roommate. But at the time, it did not have all the pink stars on the ceiling. And through these curtains here, you got one of the sides of the cabin here. Campers would store all their personal stuff in their little cubbies or closet areas. You have your bathroom in there. The other side of the cabin is over there. I'll show you. Culligan water, all right. Here's the other counselor bedroom. And then here's the other side of the cabin here. I almost called it the lodge. It's not. Well, wow. Cabin 4. Very, very cool. So anyway, let's head out of here and walk back to the lake, shall we? Yes, we shall. But before we do that, I want to show you this nice picnic table here. It's really nice. And I want to show you this bench right here. This bench is very special because in 2004, 2 grown adult boys by the name of Mark and Luke took a big box that I believe like a new refrigerator or a new stove in the kitchen come in. And what we did was very unique. We put the box on top of this bench, and then Mark and I got in the box. So we're in the box like this, holding on to the top. And then what did we do? We rocked the box till it went over backwards, and we fell off of the bench here onto the grass behind us. We called it the box drop. It was the dumbest thing ever. The campers laughed and enjoyed it, but I think we might have, as grown men, enjoyed it a little bit more. So anyway, here's to you, box drop. All right, well, geez, that was cool being in cabin 4 there. So we're gonna walk around now, walk down to the lake, take a look, and just enjoy the fresh air on this beautiful, beautiful January morning. All right, we're out here to the main path again now. So we're going to continue on walking down to the lake. Now, we're also coming across the chapel for out here at the Fowler Center. They did offer, worship service style or type of services on Sundays for spiritual needs to be met. And also, we would camp out this way once in a while when you were in a cabin. So, cool little area right here, for sure, overlooking the lake. And here is the actual chapel. Now, funny little side note, most of you probably already know, although my boy's mom and I are no longer together, we've been divorced many years, we're still friendly, but we got married out here because this is where we met. So, without meeting, I wouldn't have my two beautiful, absolutely gorgeous and precious and amazing sons, Landon and Holden. So, thanks to Fowler Center for making me the happiest dude in the world to be a dad. But anyway, we got married out here, overlooking the lake. And here we go. Let's walk over and take a look. Now, I'm not going to walk down all the way down, but we are going to look over. It looks like they got some folks down here working, which is nice. Now, normally in the winter, they do like a fishing tournament out here on the lake because it would be all the way frozen. But right now, it's not all the way frozen at all. It's actually quite quite thin. You can see ice out there, but it's not very thick ice at all. Like, you couldn't walk out there because you'd probably, fall through the ice, which isn't good. But this is where we used to bring our campers down to go swimming on this beautiful lake. And we'd take them for pontoon boat rides, kayaking, that kind of stuff. Many times did we just sit in this little covered area hanging out with some amazing folks. Yep, we're going to do this and then walk back up. And then we're going to walk out to Outpost quick. It's one of the side trails that takes you out off into the other side of camp. A little bit too muddy for my liking today. And I am just in some normal tennis shoes. So, not going to take that route. But we're almost down here to the lake, which again, looks gorgeous. And here we are, doing some work down here, doing some clearing. Used to store stuff in there if we needed to while we were down at the waterfront here. Thank you. I will not enter, but I will stand here for a moment and look out. Oh yes, right over there. You can see right over in here, you can actually see some just regular water, some standing water. I can also see some out in the middle of the lake. So that is definitely my cue to not try to walk on the ice. Nor would I right now. It's really cold. I'm a wimp. I don't want to get cold. But anyway, here we are. There's some of the boats, some of the kayaks, canoes that are stored for the winter. How awesome, huh? How cool. And here we are inside this cool little gazebo, this little covered area. So yeah, Fowler Center has been fun so far. What a delight to walk around this place 20 years, almost 20 years later. Technically next summer, so I'm 18 months early, but I'd rather be early than late if you know me. Anyway, this is phenomenal here. The lake out there is gorgeous. Hanging out, walking around the cabins has been fun. Going in cabin 4, seeing the room with Mark and I that we shared, my man, that was very cool. But I know I'm a little bigger now, but boy, that room is a lot smaller. Yes, it is. But the memories we had in there, those will last a lifetime, believe me. So yeah, Beautiful morning. We're having a lot of fun walking around here. I'm enjoying this so much, but we're not done walking around here yet. There's another very special place we have to go hit, and that would be the outpost area. So you know what? Let's go. Can't say again what a complete pleasure it is to be out here walking around enjoying this gorgeous day at this awesome place. So that leads me to think, anyone maybe across the pond, if anyone's thinking about ever coming back to visit, about 18 months from now, we'll mark 20 years. 20 years since that summer. So, that being said, if anyone is thinking or considering a trip to the US and maybe a little reunion, I'm all in. We have places to stay. There's lots of things to do in the area, some old, some new, and it could be cool. Come out here for a day and maybe show these younger staff how to do it, you know what I mean? No, not to work out here or anything, just to come out here and enjoy a day when there's no campers, where we can just hang out, walk around, reminisce, share some laughs, maybe even cook a good meal over the fire, who knows? But speaking of that, we are heading out to Outpost. This building in front of us was where the nurse was, and also there were some rooms in there that some of the staff had as well. They had a room here inside this smaller little building. All right, we're going to go ahead and hang a right. Yes, we are. Over here in this little pavilion, looks like they have chairs, picnic tables, a trailer, and the Camp Fowler pontoon boat. Looks like it's there for this winter storage, kind of undercover out of some of the elements there a little bit. At least it's got a roof over it. We used to hold dances there, usually the last night of camp for the campers. There'd be lights up, a lot of good stuff. So fond memories there as well. This building over here behind the big red pickup truck, that's kind of like the maintenance shed area where the maintenance people work and do all the important things that help keep this camp running smoothly, because without them, boy oh boy, it would be a lot different place to try to operate, I can tell you that. So hats off to you, maintenance and janitor crew. You guys are very, very well appreciated. Go over here. The garden area, not a whole lot growing right now, but later on this summer, oh yes, she will be in bloom. Fowler Center Gardens. Thanks, Julie. Little greenhouse back there. Now, normally, summer months, these are beautiful. This is popping. This is awesome. See, this would be my cup of tea if I was back here. That I would do so much with, as would I there, and with all of this. There's nothing more than I like than growing flowers, fruits, vegetables, that kind of stuff. Awesome. All right, let us continue our journey out into the woods. Now, I just saw something that not everyone watching this video will get, but I'm going to show you anyway, because there's a select few of you that might. Now, right over here in this area, it used to be fenced in, and there was a llama that used to spit on people that was really, really nice. And now, it's no longer here. And that's okay. Hopefully they'll do something very cool with this nice little chunk of empty space. But here's that thing I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you this. You see this middle van right here? I see this middle van. There were lots of laughs in that middle van. Some of you rode up on trips with the outpost in that middle van and shared some amazing laughs and stories and conversations with your fellow counselors. Those of you that know, you know. Yeah, all the barnyard stuff is no longer here. Used to have a cool little barnyard setup. Had some like goats, stuff like that over in here. All right. One more little area to show you over here. And then we're going to go for a short walk back into the woods. Here's where the cement ends, and we go straight. So, right over here is the archery department. Yes, it is. Definitely a little bit better setup than it was back in 04, almost 20 years ago. Cool little covered area for campers to sit and wait their turn. Nice little storage barn. It's really come a long way, which is kind of neat. Over there in the middle, kind of where I'm zooming in at, they'll have targets hanging off there, and the campers will come up and shoot from underneath this covered area and try to hit the target with their bow and arrow, which I think is just amazing. What a fun activity to be a part of. All right. Now our journey into the woods continues. Hopefully I don't get too muddy on the shoes. Now, I do remember one night having a very, very hard laugh. Our nurse at the time, who was a wonderful, sweet person, she would go back and forth on the golf cart quite a few times, you know, to run medications out to campers, or if we needed anything to bring us anything out to our campsite. And sometimes, if it was later at night after dark, we would hide. Some of us would hide and try to scare the nurse, scare anybody that might be coming on the golf cart down to the outpost campsite. And we did that. We did that really good one night. I actually think it was maybe our camp nurse and maybe my cousin Rachel on the golf cart. But I remember this pine tree right here. Now, it's a little healthier yet towards the top, but she's in kind of rough shape down here on the bottom. I can remember going and underneath some of these branches over on the ground and waiting to see the golf cart coming down the trail, and then yelling as loud as I could at the golf cart and scaring them on it, which was, again, 20 years ago. It was really funny. Now, it's a memory that I do think about from time to time that makes me grin. I'll be honest, makes me smile. All right, anyways, we are coming out to the outpost area. Now, the outpost area of camp, those of you that know, you guys know what it's all about. But those of you that don't, it's a very cool area where some of the campers get to spend their time at camp. They have platform tents. You do a lot of cooking, like over the open fire. You wash your dishes, out here. You do a lot of activities out here, almost like you're in a camping setting, which is amazing. Now, this too has changed over the years, but we're going to take a look and see what's not changed and what has. Oh, lots have changed. My goodness. Like right here is all new to me. Looks like there's a little pavilion with picnic tables. And I see some platforms back there where they must put the platform tents at now. Again, I'm not 100% on that. So I'll have to come out here and do a walk around tour with Lynn one of these days. And she can kind of tell me more info. But you can kind of see and get the gist of it. These big platforms, there are tents that go over them, and there's cots or beds that go in them. And this is where you hang out at. It's where you camp for your stay. There's a fire pit over there in the middle. But our outpost, which is right here, was right through here. Now, I do still see that there are platforms back here as well. The storage shed is back here. Maybe they have a couple different areas of outpost here now. That I'm not sure of. But this, folks, is the original outpost. These two platforms straight ahead of me back in my time here, those were the boy outpost tents. And this one here was for the ladies. Over there we had our water pump to get water, to do our dishes, to drink, what have you. And you can see we had our fire pit, we had our wood. They have a grill out here now. Looks old, but hey, we didn't have a grill. But we did have this cool covered area. I actually have a picture of me standing on top of one of these picnic tables. I had longer hair at the time, playing guitar, with a bunch of the campers just looking at me like I was some weird dude, which I might have been. But anyway, look at this. We are here. Many fires. Actually, I think our fire pit, I don't know if it's in the same area or if ours was maybe over here a little bit more. But either way, we made some great meals out here. Yes, we did. Morning coffee. Oh, fantastic stuff. This was our storage shed. We would keep a lot of stuff in there, locked up, of course. Sit out here under the cover for a lot of our meals. But we also had a lot of different chairs. You could throw a blanket down over here on the grass by the fire pit and enjoy that. But yeah, I remember going in here, sleeping in one of these tents one night. Looks like they've been redone over the years too. These look incredibly awesome and sturdy and nice. But yeah, look at this. I'm inside one of the tents. And here is Outpost, folks. Awesome. Very cool being back here. Again, just a lot of memories kind of flood back. All amazing memories, to be honest with you. Nothing but amazing memories here. As you can see behind me, the creek still runs. Looks nice and cold right now this time of year, but here we are, man. We're back at Outpost. Fowler Center, definitely gone through some changes over the years, but they got an excellent crew of people out here taking care of this place and running it. Yeah, it'd be amazing to get a few people around, back together, come out here, have a very cool day. She's still a great place. Still a very, very great place. All right, so walking back up to the main area of camp from the outpost back there behind me. Amazing being back there. I'm not going to walk over to the ranch area, like where the horse barn and everything is. I'll drive over there and get out and walk around for a couple minutes. But yeah, that about wraps it up here at Fowler. Just wanted to kind of come out, do a quick little walk around, enjoy the day, see some things that my eyes haven't laid sight on in many, many years. Okay, now, if you notice right back where my finger just was, that's the climbing wall. It's still there. It looks like it's still used. I forgot to tell you that. I didn't walk by it earlier, but that's still back there. Just happened to see it walking through. Wanted to point that out. Had a lot of good times there too. I remember climbing up there once and not being a fan of it because I'm not a big fan of heights, but I did it. I wanted to be positive, you know, for all the campers, show them you can do something even if you're afraid. But boy, oh boy, it terrified me. And again, here's the van. Y'all remember walking across this countless times? I sure do. Anyway, guys, we're gonna take a little stroll over by the ranch real quick. This path right here, you would cross the dirt road, and that path right over there in front of us would take you right up to the very start of the dirt trail that goes to the outpost. It's not that long of a walk, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. But we'd come from there, cross the road, walk over this bridge, and come over here to go horseback riding. Now, I believe the old barn we had is no longer here, but the cabin that's over here is still here, and the gigantic new horse barn, or riding arena, I guess you could call it, is still over here, and it is big and beautiful. I don't think we're going to go in there today because it looks like there's a worker there, and I don't want to disturb anything. But I do see some horses out in the pasture behind the ranch, so that's cool. So let's walk up this way and take a peek. Yes, I remember over there, we used to ride around. There used to be a little riding area where we would ride the horses, where the campers would take their horseback rides. It was very, very cool. And then, I think just due to getting grants, different money, whatnot, this big riding arena over there was built, which was very, very cool. And it's very beautiful in there. Very nice setup, very roomy and spacious. And here we are, walking by this cool double cabin here. Now, I don't know if some of you guys might not have known this, but just outside, again, here's the backside of ranch, and right back here, out there in those woods, 2014, I think, maybe 15, but I think 14, They actually found remnants of, I believe it was like a mastodon or something, but there was a big archaeological dig that went on back there. I think they were here for quite a while. I remember I brought the boys out, brought Landon and Holden out to check it out. They discovered like a big skull and some other teeth. And when I say big skull, I mean it weighed hundreds of pounds and it was like 6 foot in length. It was humongous. But it was really cool to be able to watch them uncovering layers into the earth to find some of this stuff. So yeah, that happened like way out there in those areas. That's actually the last time I was on Fowler Center property. So heck, that's been 8 years ago. Awesome fire pit area. Oh, and I see some horses. Hello, horsies. Look at all this new fencing, too. This is very cool. A lot of this is going to be new and different for those of you watching. You probably not remember some of this stuff. Yeah, this is all new. How gorgeous. The horse is looking at me like, who are you? Who are you, bro? Very cool. Well, you know what? I just talked to a young lady that runs this part of the camp. So we are going to go into the arena and just take a quick peek around. And then we're going to go ahead and take off. But yeah, how beautiful. And if you look straight in the center, you can almost see the white welcome sign and the lodge for the Fowler Center, kind of right above the roof of that little well. How cool. All right, let's take a peek in here. For those of you watching, this is going to be all new for you guys. Wow, this is cool. Got all these stables and stuff. Oh, each one has a horse's name on it. Trigger. And look, over here's Dakota. Now, not all of them have a name on it, because I'm sure there's not that many. This is really nice. Nice open way to the horses. And you come over here, and you have this. How cool, huh? Nice indoor riding area. And then you have a little kitty cat looking at you. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty, kitty. The ramp so the campers can get on the horses easily. How cool. Well, all right. Glad I was able to show you guys in here real quick. See, another reason to come across for a little reunion next summer in about 18 months from now. You can come in here, take a little horseback ride. That'd be kind of fun. More horse names. All right, guys, so that's going to conclude our little trip down memory lane out here to the Fowler Center, right here in Mayville, Michigan, where about 19 years ago was one of the greatest summers I've ever had. And a lot of special people pretty much around the globe and right here in my own backyard helped make that possible. We got 18 months, guys. Those of you that don't live in the area, let's start communicating a little bit. Let's have a little reunion dinner. This side of the pond, I'll help find places to stay. We know lots of people, lots of hotels within 30-minute drive. We got 18 months. Let's make it happen. Thanks for watching the vlog, guys. And if you weren't part of that magical crew back in 2004, the summer of '04, I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. This place is very near and dear to my heart, very special. And all these years later, still kind of have that little magic feeling inside of you that just says, hey, you're home. Kind of still feels like home to me, even though it's been 8 years since I was out here last. So thanks for watching the vlog. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, pass this along. I know you guys from the UK, doors are open. Hope to see you soon. Take care, guys. See you in the next vlog.